Welcome to the Kachow Corner. I'm CP McQueen and I'm joined by a man who needs no introduction, True Blue Jack Tucker. Thanks for coming in, Jack.
Not a problem at all, CP. Pleasure to be here.
Another great night of UPW action, just finished at Caboolture, and another amazing night. So much happening.
Absolutely.
The Stockman, and his streak continued against Jesse Love.
Yes, it did, making it 25-0 now.
Fair play to Jesse though, he gave the Stockman a decent run for his money, caused some problems to him.
He did. A lot of the people said that it was match of the night.
Now I want to ask you about what happened after that match, because of course the Stockman dominated at OTT 3 at the Rumble match. Eliminated 12 competitors. That of course was the match that you went on to win.
It was, yes. I didn't end up crossing paths with the Stockman in that match after he was thrown out by Moka Kai.
Well, exactly, and that's what I wanted to come to, because Stockman dominated the match but was eliminated by the Samoan warrior Moka Kai. And then, after the match against Jesse Love, we had Moka Kai come to the ring and Stockman avoided a confrontation. So next up we had the number one contenders bout for the tag team titles. Cluck and Duck Connection against new team here at UPW, Wacol's Most Wanted. Quite frankly, there were things in this match that I'd never seen before.
No, both teams obviously showing some very unique offense in this match, but Cluck and Duck picking up the win.
And leaving us, due to events later in the night, with an intriguing prospect. We've now got a number one contender for the tag team title, but no tag team title holders.
Exactly, that's right. After the Circus of Tragedy had their titles stripped from them later on.
And what we've seen, and what we're seeing, Jack, is a number of teams forming, a number of, if you like, alliances of convenience forming to go after these now vacant tag team belts. This weekend at Fight for Life, we'll have Cluck and Duck Connection taking on a brand new team of The Gospel and Jesse Love.
That's exactly right, and obviously those two men never been a tag team before, so it'll be interesting to see how both of them can work together and see if they can pick up the win against Cluck and Duck.
And at the same time, at the same event, we will have the Circus of Tragedy, Pogo the Clown and Chasm taking on the Mexicans, LFB and Verde Tonto. Another new tag team.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how they perform. Obviously, Verde Tonto having some tough losses here in UPW right now, but let's see if he can turn that around in this tag team match.
And clearly everybody after the opportunity that these vacant belts present.
That's exactly right. So
the featherweight tournament continued, a tournament that will result in one wrestler taking away this belt.
That is exactly right. We had LFB versus Pogo the Clown in an outstanding match on that night.
Pogo the Clown, of course, picking up the win, but I've got a little bit of a difficulty with the way he did it, Jack. The featherweight division is for wrestlers of less than 75 kilograms, am I right?
That is exactly right.
I'm quite comfortable with the idea that Pogo the Clown is less than 75 kilograms, but I'm not so convinced that Chasm and Jinx and the Circus of Tragedy come in at a combined weight of less than 75 kilograms, and they certainly had an impact in that match.
No, you're exactly right. And people saying that LFB were robbed in that match with their distractions.
No doubt he'll be looking to get some measure of revenge in that tag match against the Circus at Fight for Life.
You would definitely have to think.
So Jack, let's talk about that main event. A main event that, from my personal view, was well on the way to being one of the best matches that I've ever seen in a UPW ring.
You can definitely say that Malibu and I bring out the best in each other.
Well, I want to congratulate you both, because as I said, it was a fantastic match, well on the way to being an absolute classic. Now, you and Malibu, of course, know each other well. You're ex-tag team partners. You're ex-tag team title holders together.
That's right.
What impact does that have on the way you prepared and how you fought in that match?
Well, obviously with knowing that, and knowing that Malibu knows me very well and I know his offense very well. Having teamed together for so long, we definitely had to think outside of the box with how we were going to prepare for that match.
Now, as I said though, it was well on the way to being one of the great classic matches, but it never got there.
It never did, no.
The Circus of Tragedy interfered again, causing Marcus Crane to strip them of their tag team belts,
And that is exactly right, which is well deserved to the Circus of Tragedy.
but also causing you to call out 13 and set up a triple threat match for Fight for Life.
You know, that is exactly right.
You've got a long history with 13.
I have, leading back all the way back to my debut here at Fight for Life 2 years ago, actually.
Now, I want to put it to you in this way, Jack. You came into that event at Caboolture with one man between you and the UPW title. Following the circus's action, you've called out 13, you've made a triple threat match. You've now got two men between you and that title. Was that wise?
You know, CP, I believe it was, because 13 was going to get involved again, as he has in a lot of my matches in the past, and I know that he wouldn't be able to stay put, so I needed him right where I could see him, so he could be in that ring with me, so I could make sure that when I do win that UPW championship, whether it be pinning Malibu, pinning 13, that it was going to be fair, and that I was going to be able to finally achieve my goal of being the champ around here.
So there you have it, folks. Jack Tucker wants 13 exactly where he can see him for that triple threat main event title match at UPW Fight for Life. UPW Fight for Life, 26th of September at the Shed at Aussie World. Tickets available online. Don't miss out on that event. It's going to be huge. And then just a week later, we're back here at UPW HQ for our Halloween special.
That's exactly right, CP. Going to be an awesome event. Also, tickets available online and available at the UPW website.
Thanks, Jack.